Here in this session, we will cover a new topic: job hunting. Should you lower your expectations? Are you in need of a job? If you are currently unemployed, you may even consider yourself to be desperate for a new job. If you are, you may end up wondering if you should lower your expectations to make it easier to find a job right away. If so, you are definitely not alone. When it comes to determining whether or not you should lower your expectations when hunting for a job, there are a number of important factors that need to be taken into consideration. One of those factors is your need for a job. For instance, do you have a family to support? Do you have rent, mortgage, or car payments that need to be made? If you do, your need for a job may actually be quite high, especially if you are not receiving money from your state's unemployment fund. If your survival depends on having a job, you may need to lower your expectations even just temporarily. Another factor that needs to be examined when determining whether or not you should lower your expectations when hunting for a job is your expectations. For instance, are they reasonable? Are you instead interested in working as a doctor? If you are, do you have a degree in medicine? Excuse me. If not, your expectations are not only too high, but they are unreasonable. The first step in not being required to lower your expectations when searching for a job is making sure that your expectations are reasonable. For instance, if you worked as a retail cashier for a while and attended business school, you may want to think about trying to acquire a job as a retail store manager. This type of goal is one that is just right as it is not too unrealistic. It is also advised that you examine the current job forecast for the industry that you would like to work in. In keeping with the above mentioned example of a retail store manager, if the retail industry is not doing too well, there is a good chance that not as many new retail stores will open up in or around your area. This may limit the number of retail store manager jobs that are available. In this case, you may need to lower your expectations or change them to include something different. Of course, what you need to remember is that if you do need to lower your expectations when hunting for a job, especially if your survival depends on it, it doesn't have to be permanent. For instance, if you are required to take a job as a retail store cashier, but you are actually qualified to work as a school teacher, your retail store job doesn't have to last forever. When working and making a little bit of money, possibly enough to help your family or pay your bills, you can continue on by searching for teaching opportunities. If you keep after your goal long enough, you should be able to find an opportunity that you are more than qualified for. If and then that time comes, you could choose to give up the job that caused you to lower your expectations. Although you may not necessarily want to take a job that you may consider to be beneath you, there may come a time in life when you have to. If and when the time comes, it is important that you remember that nothing has to be permanent or forever etched in stone. Hope you enjoyed listening to the topic job hunting. Should you lower your expectations? Thank you.